What's up, guys? My name is Tommy Bennett, and in today's video, my goal is to make you as awesome as possible at carving your snowboard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys a couple different drills that you can go practice the next time you go snowboard. But it's way more fun if I do this with a friend. So I got my boy Jack in the house. Jack is my assistant snowboard coach for Premier Snow Academy, and this guy is insane. So he's gonna give us his 2 cents as well as demo some of these carving things. So make sure you stay tuned. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. And if you're digging the content, consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up. Let's go. So if you guys are just uncomfortable with carving, I do have a really sick beginner guide to how to carve. So make sure you watch that and then come back to this video. If you're a boss at carving and you want to get more awesome, we're going to give you guys a couple drills. And the first one is going to be called an airplane turn.
So when you're going down the hill, we do something every time called an edge change, when you transition from your toes to your heels or from your heels to your toes. So the airplane drill, we're going to add a little jump, hopping up in the air and onto our other edge for that edge change. What this is gonna do is gonna make us way better at popping off of our edge, and it's gonna make us way better at unweighting to engage our new edge.
So to add to that, a couple places that you'll use this is you're going to do a trick on a rail where you wanna take off of an edge and be able to land on the rail. You might wanna do something advanced like a back lip or a front lip taking off on an edge. But let's say you're hitting a jump or a side hit. You're trying to have a good time. You wanna maximize your speed and be able to maximize your distance where you wanna take off of an edge. So this starts to train your body on how to leave off of an edge in a balanced position. So essentially we're isolating this skill, getting good at it, and then applying it everywhere else. So when you're doing these airplanes on your toe side edge, you really have the advantage of popping off of your toes and really getting some spring. As you're in the air, you're really trying to think about pulling your feet underneath your center of mass and then pushing them back down so that you land in an edge. The goal is to go from edge to edge. When you're doing these on your heel side edge, you actually are at a disadvantage because you don't have your ankles to pop off from. You have to pop off of your heels. So imagine you and I are trying to do the tallest, biggest jump as possible. We're going off of our toes, right? We're not jumping off of our heels. So when we're on a heel side edge, we have to overcompensate for the lack of an ankle joint by bending our knees a little bit more and really driving both of our feet into the ground and getting our center of mass as high as possible while pulling our feet back underneath the center of mass and then placing our feet back on that edge. So you may find toe side way easier, heel side, put a little extra juice in it and use your knees. Let's say your guys are struggling to land in a carve. One reason could be is that you're leaning a little bit too far forward and your back end is swiveling around, kind of like a windshield wiper. It's kind of like swerving, you know? One thing that you can do to combat that is as you land on your heel side edge, let's say lift up your toes so that you're engaging that heel side edge just a little bit more. Now let's say you're landing on your toe side edge. Well, press your toes into the ground, lift your heels, both of them at the same time equally to really engage that edge. So as you're landing, think about using your ankles to help you dial in that edge. So the next thing we got for you guys is called a toe-to-toe drill. My coaches back in the day used to have me do this drill all the time because it teaches you explosive power, it teaches you how to land on an edge, and teaches you how to just be way more awesome. So if you guys are looking for a challenge, check this one out for sure. Now, essentially what you're doing is you're gonna be ripping across the fall line or down the fall line on a toe side edge. You wanna make sure you're in a nice carve. You're gonna get low, you're gonna bend your knees, and you're gonna explode upwards while throwing your shoulders in the front side 180 direction. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna land on your switch toe side carve and do the same thing in the opposite direction. And you're gonna do this as many times as you can, as many times as you have space for, or as many times as you want.
In order to really explode out of that carve, when you land on your new toe edge, whether it's switch or regular, you wanna land and absorb and kind of get low in that carve so you're ready to just boost out and throw that frontside 180, make sure your board's getting all the way around. Another really helpful trick is to use your arm rotation and really set the spin with your front shoulder. So I'm thinking about exploding, and as I explode, I'm driving my front shoulder around first, so my shoulders leads the spin, and then my board follows once I'm in the air. Then you can catch on your new toe edge and set up for the other direction. It's the opposite direction of spin, so I gotta remember, wind up the opposite direction and drive it this time with my switch front shoulder.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get so low on our heel side and toe side carves that we're actually gonna grab our board. So now when we're doing a heel side turn, our lead shoulder is naturally rotated towards the heel side edge, which makes our back hand free to grab indies. So essentially you wanna grab between both of your bindings and grab between your feet. Grab the toe side edge like a boss, but you gotta make sure you get really low, and grab your board. Another thing that is gonna help is as you're on your heel side edge, lift up your toes to the top of your boots so that you engage that edge and you stay in that carve turn. So after you've done your heel side edge, we gotta rip up some toe side turns. So what I wanna see from you guys is get as low as possible, so low that your back hand can actually touch the ground. And then your lead hand is gonna grab between the binding on your heel side edge for a melon grab. This is such a good way to test your range of motion, your ability to incline towards the hill, as well as stay in a carve turn. So this is a fun challenge. Please, please, please be aware of traffic if you're gonna be doing this across the fall line. Let me know what you think. Any of these videos, any of these tasks, any of these drills that you guys are gonna do, definitely tag Jack and I on Instagram and let us know how it goes. So we had to jump into the studio because my battery died on the GoPro and I wasn't able to film an outro. But if you guys are ever struggling with any of the content that I'm putting out there, you got a question or you don't fully know what I meant about a certain topic, I would love for you to join me on my weekly live stream. I do a weekly Q&A on YouTube at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time on Tuesdays every single week. Literally every week we can hang out, we can chat, we can just nerd out about snowboarding. So definitely join me for that. Also, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel at all, or you just want to pick up some stickers, I have little hand plant stickers, I got some Killing It stickers, I got some other Killing It stickers, and a whole bunch more stuff. So check that out in the description below. So we're gonna end that there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Nothing but love. We out.